Hey there guys, so we're taking a look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered running on the AMD Ryzen 5 5600H running on the Beelink SER5 mini PC. Now what you're seeing on the screen right now are the graphics settings that I went with in this game. I set the textures all the way to the maximum, and the only thing that I had changed from the default was just setting this screen-based ambient occlusion to normal instead. And these settings seem to be the nice balance between performance and visual quality. Certainly if you want to hit a consistent above 60 FPS all of the time with your 1% lows being higher than where they're at currently, you could just set everything to the lowest graphics settings. But considering that this is a single player only remaster, they did not remaster the multiplayer in this game, there really isn't a reason to set everything to the lowest and try to maximize your FPS. You're still going to get a very playable experience like this, and visually speaking it will look better than just setting everything to the lowest. It pretty much is the best balance between visual quality and performance for this system, and overall the performance that we're getting out of this is really decent. By the end of this run, I ended up with an FPS average of 73 with 1% lows of 50. Certainly in certain areas, the performance is going to fluctuate a little bit, but in general, it's going to stay within that range, and it really is a very playable experience. And if you don't have an FPS counter up, I don't think you're going to notice any performance degradation or anything like that. It is going to be a very enjoyable experience here. I ended up playing through the first 3 missions, and none of them really seemed to give me any problems in terms of performance at all. And in general, I was very happy with the results that I was getting all of this. This is certainly one of the best Call of Duty campaigns that I have ever played, and it has a special place in my heart, so I'm very glad to be able to revisit it right here, and I was having a great time playing through this. Of course, we recently revisited the Modern Warfare Remaster, and that also had incredible performance on this system, so I'm glad to see that that carried over to the sequel Remastered. This is really great to see on such a cheap mini PC because you are really getting a fantastic experience that is better than what I originally played as a kid. I originally played this on the PlayStation 3 as a child, and even though the consoles back then were actually running the Call of Duty games at 60 FPS, there were a lot of sacrifices made to get that consistent performance. And visually speaking, they did not look this good because the remaster actually looks noticeably better than the original version of the game. So I think that fans of the series are really going to have a great time trying to play through this. And if you haven't revisited this game in over a decade now, and you have a system with this specific chip, it might be a worthwhile buy to pick up. I mean, you can find this as cheap as $15 on sale, and it's $15 to experience one of the best Call of Duty campaigns that I have ever played. And this really flexes the power of this specific mini PC, and there's really nothing in that market segment or in the laptop segment that really competes with this at a price point to performance. $350 gets you a lot of power on a very small system. There really are no other mini PCs out there that are competitive at this price point. You normally only find older RYZEN chips or Intel chips that are multiple generations old back when their iGPUs were nowhere near competitive in terms of performance. Even models with the Iris Xe graphics are just not competitive in terms of the performance that is here. So for $350, you're getting a mini PC that performs better than any Intel chip on the market, even Alder Lake ones. And you're not relegated to just using these older Ryzen APUs that are only quad cores and have iGPUs that have very noticeably lower clock speeds, and that ends up actually affecting the performance. So if you're interested in picking up one of these mini PCs, you can from the link down below. And as I've mentioned before, these mini PCs are really great if you're looking to go back and play older titles that you just never got around to playing all those years ago, or if you're looking to play lighter esports titles that are relevant today. And of course, popular games like Minecraft and Roblox run perfectly on here as well. So hopefully you found this video interesting and useful. If you did, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.